Thanks for joining us today, David, and we're talking about the importance of goal setting. So to achieve success with your goal setting, what is required?
Well, what is required is fully understanding the sacrifices that are required to achieve that success.
Specifically, what would be an example?
Whether the example is based around fitness or weight loss, you need to understand fully what sacrifices are required, because otherwise you'd be setting an unrealistic goal. You might not be prepared to make the sacrifices required, and then it won't help you achieve what you're looking to achieve.
So as a fitness instructor or personal trainer, how would you go about helping your client address what goals need to be set to start with?
Well, you need to put in place several steps required to get there, because if you look at it from the perspective of one giant goal, most people would find that too difficult because you're changing habits of a lifetime.
Yeah.
So you need to make small increments that are more achievable and provide success.
So you think it would be important to set little milestones and celebrate each milestone on your way to the larger goal?
Yeah, and that way it gives you the opportunity to see the sacrifices worthwhile, and that it's helping you to get where you need to be, but at the same time you need to enjoy what you're doing, otherwise you won't continue on.
Yeah.
There's no point achieving that goal and then failing and then returning back to the starting point. You need to make these changes long term.
Yeah. And how would you define what is a realistic or achievable goal?
I would define it by you as the individual. It will ultimately come down to what you're prepared to change. And until you know what you're prepared to change, how do you know what your goal is? If you're not prepared to make 100% of the sacrifice required, well, your goal might only be 50% of where you want to be. So until you've got a clear direction or path, it's impossible to set that goal.
Okay, thanks, David.